He gives me love, 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 crazy love. He gives me love, 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 crazy love. That's what all children want to feel, crazy love. And to all of you that are new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Every now and then, families, loving families, break up. They depart. They move on. They go in separate directions. And that leaves fathers in one place, mothers in another place, total disconnect, and the only ones that suffer are the children. And at some point, both sides recognize that there has to be a reconnection between that missing parent, and in this case, the fathers. Today's show will focus on reuniting dads back into the lives of their children, and also will give mothers 5 ways to execute strategies that will lead to dads being there in an effective, positive way to aid you and your family. So stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. This is JB the Mentor. And to all of you that are new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. So the first tip that you must employ when bringing the dad back into the fold, into the family mainstream, is to acknowledge that co-parenting is the desired objective. And that if you do this together, it will make a better mix. It will make better environment for your child. It will breed more contentment amongst the children, and it will make sure that the kid feels a sense of belonging to both parents, and it will help erase the tremendous pain that the child has endured for a long period of time with the absence of the father not being there. Tip number 2 is to sit down and give him an overview of everything that has happened in his absence in regards to his children. Because if you do this, if you lay everything out that has happened, he can help reinforce the things that you've been trying to stress to your children for the longest time. And now that daddy's come along and mentioned the same things, it must be important. So just perhaps maybe I should give it a different look or consider it, because now I have both parents saying the same thing, and it has that much more value to the children. Also, by filling him in and giving him assessment of everything that has played out, it will allow him to understand how much he has missed and how much work he has to put in to regain their confidence, to regain their love, and to be an effective part of this family unit. Tip number 3 is remind him that sharing stories about his family, who he is, his origin, the things that make him him, siblings, mother, grandmother, grandfather, just the complete family on the other side, that these things are important, because at this point, kids probably feel like there's a chunk of them missing because they don't know too much about daddy and they don't know too much about his origin. So when he begins to give them back these items that have been missing, it would begin to fill them up and patch some of the holes, some of the hurt, and some of the pain that they had endured over a period of time. And it also, for once and all, it would include them in his life, so that sharing words and sharing actions are equally important, and you do both at different times, and that one is incomplete without the other, so you do both. But for a young person, they can't distinguish that. All they know and all they understand really is what they feel and what they hear. So it's deeply important that he shares how important they are through words, through emotions, through feelings, through touching. Tip number 4, crucial. In order to pull this off with these strategies, the thing that you must have in place is a schedule. So get him to commit to a schedule, whether it's a phone call every night, every other weekend, a new book that he's going to introduce the children to, promising to have one-on-one time with the children, whether it's committing to helping with homework or whatever it is that's going to uplift that family and make sure those kids know that he's there, and that everything will be based on consistency, and consistency will be based on that schedule. So if you get that schedule in place, everything will be connected to it. That will be the nucleus of this new family that you have in place. Number 5, stress, remind, a better word is encourage. Encourage dad to make sure that he delivers how much he loves them, how much they mean to him, how important it is to be back in their presence and what they mean to him. Because one of the things that they have missed over this period of time is hearing a man acknowledge them, hearing a man say, I love you, hearing a man admit that without them, he's been broken, a piece has been missing, and that they bring a valuable piece of happiness to him when he's in their presence. But he has to do that through words and through actions. So that sharing words and sharing actions are equally important, and you do both at different times. And that one is incomplete without the other, so you do both. But for a young person, they can't distinguish that. All they know and all they understand really is what they feel and what they hear. So it's deeply important that he shares how important they are through words, through emotions, through feelings, through touching. So I have 2 bonus tips for you, and they hold a great deal of weight. So bonus tip number 1, if you have young men, it is important for you to roughhouse with them, to wrestle with them, to get into physical banter with them, because it allows them to understand the strength of a man, the character of a man. That completes him. It gives him an understanding of his masculinity. And when that piece is missing, he's not sure about his abilities and what it is that he should be doing as a young man. So when you lock in this way, he has a true understanding, oh, that's what I'm capable of. And when I get 18 and 15, I'm capable of that. I have that kind of strength. You know, you shake his hand. You tell him that, listen, ooh, look at those muscles. That hand grip. It's unbelievable. You know, you show him that bicep. Those are the things that matter to young men. Bonus tip for the young ladies is this. You sit that young lady on your lap and you tell her how beautiful she is. You tell her how important she is. And you give her a sense that you find her the most beautiful young lady in the world. Because it's important for her to understand what love is from a man, but from a father's perspective. Because if you don't give it to her, she'll be looking for love in all of the wrong places, and ultimately she'll be looking for a daddy that she never had. And we know we don't want that. So begin to stress to her how important you think she is in your life, and it will go a long way. There's no value that can equate to her hearing from you how important that is. Daddy's little girl. Oh my God. It's priceless. So remember, the greatest thing 2 parents can do in reference to their children is love them and give them all the support in the world, and make sure that they understand that they are loved by both parents. Because at the end of the day, they want to feel completed, they want to feel whole, and they want to know that they belong to a unit, and that this is a new family. Still a family. We just function on different levels now. So if you want more content like this, please hit the like button. Remember to subscribe, and please leave comments. And like I always say as I'm departing, love yourself, love your community, and be the change that you hope to see. This is JB the Mentor, and remember, love your family every day and every way. Peace.